Hi guys, today I'm sharing my replication notes with you all. So let's start with prokaryotic replication. We all know that prokaryotic means bacterial DNA is circular in nature, and from the point from where replication begins is known as origin of replication. See, so this is the origin of replication. So if we zoom in origin of this much area, origin of replication, we can observe that there are 313 base pair sequence and 9 um, 5 5 9 base pair sequence. So this is the origin of replication in prokaryotes. This replication sequence is known as heterions, means origin ORIC is known as heterions. This is AT rich. Obviously there are two bonds between A and T, so it is easy to break as compared to bond between G and C. So this entire origin of ORIC is mostly composed of A and T. It is A and T rich sequence. Now in this sequence, GATC sequence is frequently repeated, and see this is the same thing I've drawn here. So this entire sequence consists of GATC repeated sequence, and where A is methylated. Now there is necessary uh, now this GATC sequence must be methylated because it is a safeguarding mechanism for bacterias. Means if there is a viral infection, example, if there is a viral infection in a bacteria, now what bacteria will do? Bacteria will fight against the genome. Bacteria will degrade the genome of the virus. Now how bacteria differentiates between the genome, its own genome, and genome of the virus? So bacteria genome has this GATC, which is methylated sequence. So bacteria can easily differentiate between GATC sequence, methylated GAT sequence, and unmethylated GATC sequence. So the genome of the virus is unmethylated, so it can easily differentiate between its own genome and viral genome, and it can easily degrade only virus genome, and it does not degrade its own genome. Entire DNA have GAT sequence, and adenine is methylated. Methylation helps restriction endonuclease distinguish between own and foreign DNA virus. Okay, I hope you all understand. Now let's move on to the steps involved in the replication of prokaryotic system. So this is the same sequence which I have drawn here. Same 313 base pair sequence and 5 9 base pair sequence. Now this is already methylated GAT sequence, repeated GATC sequence, which is uh, methylated. Okay, so first step is DNA A will bind to this sequence. DNA A will come along with ATP. DNA ATP will bind to this sequence. See, this is the DNA A which have bind to this 5 9 base pair sequence. Now what is the role of DNA A? DNA A will bind and then open 13 this 313 base pair sequence. This will form a bubble, a replication bubble. Now after DNA A will recruit DNA C along with DNA B. This red part is DNA C, and this 6 monomer is DNA B. Now DNA B is helicase, and you all know the role of helicase. DNA C is helicase loader. Okay, DNA C is helicase loader and DNA B is helicase. Now what is helicase loader? DNA-C is helicase loader, means it will help helicase, that is DNA-B, to load here. Okay, so you can see here the imagine this is helicase, so this is circular in shape. Now it will need some energy to open and load in this DNA sequence. So for opening it needs ATP, and for that reason DNA-C, that is helicase, is needed. DNA-C will help DNA-B to open and bind on the required strand, and then it will proceed its activity of helicase. Okay, so after loading of this DNA-C and DNA-B, there will be opening of this bubble. This helicase will move further in this direction, and this will move in this direction. Now after this, the middle portion will be naked. Okay, so for this there is need of single strand binding protein. If there is no single strand binding protein, what will happen? This will again rejoin. So to avoid rejoining of DNA, the middle portion, to avoid the joining of this portion again, there is need of binding single strand binding protein. Okay, so let's revise again. First step, there will be binding of DNA-A along with ATP, and then there will be binding of DNA-C along with DNA-B. DNA-B is helicase and DNA-C is helicase loader. DNA-C helps DNA-B to open and bind properly on the sequence, and then helicase will further move and open up the strands, melt the strands. Now this middle portion will be naked, so to avoid its rejoining, their single strand binding protein will bind. Okay, so next is DNA-G. Next is DNA-G. DNA-G is a primase. It adds primer, that is RNA. It makes RNA primer on lagging strand. Now you must be knowing that in a replication fork there is a leading strand and lagging strand. Leading strand is the strand which is synthesized properly in 3' to 5' direction, but there is another strand on the opposite side, which is lagging strand, where the DNA synthesis takes place in opposite direction. Okay, so on that lagging strand there are primers synthesized, and then Okazaki fragments is formed. So DNA-G helps in adding primers. Okay, after that DNA polymerase will fill up the remaining portion, that is it will add DNA. So this is the end of replication in prokaryotes.